Is your child refusing to pee or poop on the potty, maybe even holding it in for hours? Or worse, are they just waiting until nap or bedtime and then letting it all go as soon as they get their sleep diaper on? As a professional potty training consultant, this is something that I hear all the time, and I know how stressful this can be. But please trust me and know that you are not alone in this, and there are some ways that you can fix it. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why it happens, and most importantly, how you can help your child get past it. Before we dive in though, please be sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a tip, and also give this video a very quick like if it resonates with you. Here are 5 examples at a glance of what withholding behaviors can look like during potty training. First would be most obvious, and that's not peeing for long periods of time, 6, 8, or even 10 hours or more, especially if this is atypical for your child before potty training began. Physically holding their pee and poop, crossing their legs, covering their bottom with their hands, or dancing and squirming around, but not making an actual move to go to the potty or even to just have an accident. They're doing everything in their power at this point to keep the pee and poop from coming out of their body. They could be holding it until they are physically uncomfortable or in pain even, which can cause a lot of emotional stress, understandably, and sometimes meltdowns. They could also be holding it in until bedtime when they're finally relaxed and they have access to their diaper again, and then let it all go. For pooping specifically, you might find that your child is even making themselves constipated, leading to leakage, presenting as streaks or stains in their underwear, or having an accident when they pass gas. Your child might not even seem aware of the accident when it happens in this case. If any of these sound familiar to you, please keep watching because I do have some easy practical solutions here to help your child feel confident and comfortable using the potty. Before we get into the solutions, it's always helpful to understand why this happens. Anytime there's a potty training challenge, it's always important to uncover the underlying reason so that you can potentially prevent the problems from rising up again in the future. Withholding specifically usually comes down to 2 big reasons. Let's explore those now. Okay, think about it. Up to this point, your child has spent their entire life peeing and pooping in a diaper. It's warm, it's familiar, and it feels safe. It's all they've ever known. Now, potty training starts and boom, all of a sudden they have to release into a big open toilet with their bottom completely exposed, sitting on a hard cold surface and hovering over this scary open hole. That can be a really big sensory adjustment if you think about it. They're probably wondering, what if I fall in? What if it splashes on me? What if it doesn't all make it into the hole? What if something comes out of the toilet to grab me? For pooping specifically, some kids even feel like part of their body is falling out. In their diaper, the poop comes out and it stays pressed up against their body, whereas on the toilet, it falls out and away from their body. And since pooping is really such an intimate act, this can be really hard for some kids to come to terms with from an emotional standpoint too. So try to put yourself in your child's shoes and look at this new ask from their perspective. What if someone requested that you start peeing and pooping in a diaper from now on? After all of this time of using the toilet, it would be hard for you to do too at first. Child is between 2 and 4 years old. They're most likely at the prime age for testing boundaries. I know you hear me on this. They're realizing that they have independent control over their body, and sometimes that means saying no to using the potty just because they can. Kind of like that old saying that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Your child may be simply holding it in because they can tell that it's something that you want them to do. Now, on the flip side, they could also be feeling a lot of pressure to make you happy. They know that you want them to use the potty, but inside they're just not sure. And this internal battle can make withholding even worse. So, how do we break through these fears and battles? Let's get into some solutions. One of my favorite tips is to make your child a special potty time only toy/activity basket. You can fill it with small sensory toys like poppets or fidgets or books that they love that they only get access to at potty times. And this basket should only come out when they're sitting on the potty so that it feels exciting and rewarding. And it can also help them to feel more comfortable and relaxed, to take some of the pressure and the focus of just putting pee or poop into the potty. And it keeps the process overall more light and enjoyable. Did you know that kids learn up to 40% faster when they're playing? It's true. That's why purposeful play can be a super powerful tool during potty training. So have your child teach their favorite stuffed animal or a drinking wet doll like this one how to go potty. Because kids love the opportunity to be the ones in charge instead of always being told what to do. And this simple exercise makes them feel in control and takes away the fear and isolation that can come along with potty training. The toy or doll can become their little potty buddy to kind of go through the process with them as they're learning. And this Drinkin' Wet doll by Carole is my personal favorite because it's really such great quality and it's anatomically correct. It comes with this tiny potty and they have both a boy and girl version. I'll link both for you in the description below. Like I just mentioned, toddlers crave control. So instead of asking, do you want to go potty? Which they'll probably say no to, by the way, give them simple age-appropriate choices about their potty use, like, do you want to use the big potty or the little potty? Do you want to read a book or sing a song while we sit? Would you like a Skittle or an M&M when you're done? This helps kids believe that using the potty was their idea, and it's my #1 tip for reducing resistance and power struggles during potty training. One of the biggest reasons that kids hold it in is because they are waiting for you to give them their diaper back. If your child's withholding, it really could be time to go fully diaper free at the very least during the day. And that means for naps too. That way there is no room for confusion or mixed signals. Because some children simply don't understand that it's okay to let go of their pee and poop when they don't have their diaper on, but they still get access to it sometimes. Like, wait, you want me to use the potty, but you're still giving me a diaper. What do I do? Mostly, they will choose the comfort zone of diapers every time. So removing access to them sends the clear signal that all pee and poop belongs in the potty from now on, and that you have the confidence that they can do it. Now, I almost always encourage parents to try to push through potty training just to keep things consistent and maintain those clear new expectations, but there are a few times when taking a break is truly the best option. So let's see if any of these apply to you. A break might be in order if your child is holding pee for 12 or more hours or poop for 3 or more days, if they are in actual palpable distress, crying, shaking, or somehow showing extreme fear, if you are feeling too burnt out or overwhelmed, or if it's affecting your relationship with your child, or if it's been at least a full week with no progress at all. If any of these apply, take a break for a few weeks, or wait until you start seeing strides with your child in other areas of their development, and then try again when everyone is in a better headspace. Up to 40% of parents admit to needing more than one attempt at potty training, so don't get too down on yourself if this happens to you too. Potty training is a big milestone, and sometimes it takes a little longer to get through those roadblocks. But I promise your child will figure it out with the right support and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more potty training tips, and be sure to check out all of my resources on pottytrainingconsultant.com. You've got this, and I'm here to help.